Peggy. Thank you for letting us share a part of your day. I like to see good things happen to people, and I like to see people become successful. And I have a young lady here with me now, Jennifer Taylor Carsten, and she has started her own business, and it's a video legacy business. And I thought, this is the perfect time of the year. Of course, any time could be. But if you're thinking of holidays and what are you going to buy somebody and it gets to be a hassle, we have some ideas for you. Jennifer, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
You have a master's degree in counseling.
I do, yes.
And you have started this business because your children are going off to school.
My children are all growing up and going off, so I was looking
and this is something that would really be beneficial to almost anyone.
Absolutely.
And you go into people's homes and you photograph and talk to them and videotape so that in future times they can pull that out and say, look, here was your grandmother, here was your grandfather. And they can see it and talk to, and hear their voices.
Yes, absolutely.
What I would give to have something like that.
Photographs are wonderful, but you can't capture someone's personality. You can't hear their voice. You can't see how they use their hands when they talk.
Or what their room looked like.
What their room looked like, or how they like to dress, you know, just different things about someone you can't capture in a photograph, but in video.
Well, how did you happen to start this business?
Well, honestly, I had a good friend whose wife had died of cancer, and he had 3 young children.
Oh. And
it really concerned me that his children will not remember their mother very well. And I know on a lot of the cancer websites, they make suggestions of making videos or photo collages. And actually in Greenville, we have a wonderful program called Let There Be Mom that works with these patients as well. Yes, they're fabulous. And so it started me thinking, I have the master's in counseling. I've done a lot of video editing for volunteer jobs. And honestly, I just felt like I was led to do this.
That's lovely. So you make it easy for people, because a lot of people think, oh, I don't know if I want to sit in front of a camera, you know.
Correct. Yes, a lot of people that is uncomfortable, particularly someone that might possibly have a terminal illness. That's very overwhelming for them to even begin to know what to talk about, what subjects to cover, and how to cover those subjects.
So you can put them at ease because of your past training and experience.
Yes, I like to think of it as coaching them through the process.
And what a beautiful thing. So what type people do you want to work with?
Well, as I mentioned, you know, anyone, I think the sky is the limit with this. Like I said, the idea started with working with terminally ill patients, particularly with young children. But since then, it has grown to something so much more. For instance, I have this adorable 100-year-old lady. And so we are doing a video in celebration of her life.
Wonderful.
And we've just done part of it. And what we've done so far, she is walking around the garden. She loves to root plants. Actually gave me a hydrangea that she rooted. I'm so excited. And let's hope I can keep it alive. And so we walked around a garden and she showed me her different plants. And then we videotaped her in front of her home. And she's dressed all in her Sunday best with her pearls.
Aww.
And it was just, I just love hearing her stories about childhood.
Yeah, because times have changed so that what she remembers doesn't even exist today.
Absolutely. It was just, I mean, I was just, you know, sitting on the edge of my seat listening to her stories. And so what a beautiful thing to pass down to her children and her grandchildren. So I think that family is very excited about it. And this woman recites poetry. She recites beautiful poetry. It was just so wonderful.
So you captured all that.
Absolutely.
And when you have completed this, let me show what you have here. This is what you can present to the family.
Yes, and so it can be on a DVD, or supposedly that, you know, the next thing will be on a thumb drive.
And it's all done up.
And it's all done up. So you can, you know, so you at the end you do have a nice wrapped vinyl product.
How nice.
Yes.
Something, memories to keep. And as you say, photographs are wonderful, but it isn't the same.
It's
because
not
you
the
can't hear
same.
a person's voice or
Correct.
their gestures or
You would never hear anyone recite
Now, how
poetry.
long does this take?
You know, Peggy, it could vary from, depending on how much the person would like to talk about.
Yeah.
So I did my own grandmother, who was very reluctant, and I taped her for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was all she was.
But they don't have to commit a day
No, absolutely not. And other people may have hours and hours worth of things
Yeah.
that they want to say and they want to pass on.
And the price depends upon how long and how
Absolutely.
much you do. Now we have something to share with people, of just a little clip of some of the things that you have
We do.
encountered and people you've worked with. And if they're ready with that, let's show that so you'll know what we're talking about.
Us as individuals.
Yeah. And one sweet thing that you said to me, I can't remember if it was when we were dating or maybe it was soon after we were married, but you said that you had prayed for your wife for a long time. Like you prayed.
Absolutely.
Like, I pray that she's having a good day today. This is before you
Yeah.
met me. And I thought that was really
Yeah.
sweet. So,
I relied a lot on God when I was single because I longed for you and I didn't know you. And I've always felt, my favorite Bible verse is Philippians 1:6. And for I'm confident of this very thing that he will perfect you until the day of Christ Jesus. And I've always known that he had a plan for me and my future wife, and that he would utilize talents and abilities and our blessings to further his kingdom. So I've always felt confident in that, and I knew he would bring you to me. I just didn't know how he would do it.
how he do it, when he do it,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
But he did, and
I mean, and it's still like a daily journey. I mean, don't you think?
oh, absolutely.
And I always feel like the more
It must have been cold there in my shadow.
Okay, now that was Jennifer Taylor Carsten, some of the work that you do. Now you have where they just sit down and they're talking, like
Correct.
I'm talking to
Yes.
you. And then you can add the flub dubs if you want it. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. So there can be two parts of it. One part is the interview process. And even in the interview process, we can put in some photographs.
Like if somebody's talking about a wedding, their child's
Absolutely.
wedding, then you can insert pictures of the bride and groom
Absolutely,
and the
yes.
grandparents and all that while they're discussing.
While they're talking about it, yes, we can do that. And then another part is to do a photo montage to music. In fact, for some Christmas presents, I'm doing just some photo montages of all the grandchildren set to music as a Christmas present to grandparents. And
Oh,
I have
how
several
lovely.
people that have been bringing me all these photographs to make this little collection of music for their nanas and their papas.
Okay,
And
so that would make a great gift for anyone.
absolutely,
Any
yes.
age group.
Yes, absolutely.
For a young couple just starting out in their first Christmas, and then they can hand that down years later.
Absolutely.
I mean, the sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit, yes.
Now, did you actually sit down ahead of time and talk to people and get an idea of what they want?
Absolutely, because like I said, every situation could be so totally different. So I do need to sit down and talk to the person or the couple or whoever's doing it and find out what they would like to do, and then I can make some suggestions of maybe some topics that we could talk about.
Okay, so you have to go meet them first
Yes.
and to set this whole thing up and
Yes.
decide what they want.
Correct. And also plan ahead of where they would like to be sitting when we do the interview, so that I'll be prepared ahead of time to be able to videotape them
Now,
there.
you are a Greenville girl, and you are in Greenville, but you're willing to go to Lawrence or Charlotte or wherever
Absolutely.
it takes to
yes.
do this.
Absolutely.
And we have a phone number and a website, and of course I'll keep that here. And she has little brochures, which are very nice. Legacy that lasts, videos that share, the gift of your story. And so everything is very personal, and it's done for their loved ones. And this would make a great gift anytime. But right now, it would be, I think, very special to have
Yes.
given at
Absolutely.
holiday time.
Yes, I have one person that she's going to do 2 gift cards for her parents and for her husband's parents, because she would like for her parents to do an interview. So she's hoping that if she gives them a gift card, that they will then
they'll follow through
Yes.
even after the holidays. It wouldn't
exactly
matter.
right. It doesn't have to be done before the holidays. But
And you work with people who are in trying circumstances like cancer and that, or you work with just people, everyday people.
Everyday
who want
people.
to want to be remembered.
Yes.
And it's called Video Legacy. And I have the information here if you didn't get it, but you'll get this when it's finished, all fixed up as a lovely thing to have forever and ever, and to pass on to the people you love. What a wonderful idea.
thank you.
And you work with all kinds of people. It
All
doesn't
types
matter.
of people, yes.
Okay.
Young and old.
Young and old. Okay.
I just
Thank you
love all
so
sorts.
much.
Thank you so much for having me. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Okay. We'll be back in a moment. Yeah.